Tofino trip is a go. We got about a half tank of gas, a sunny disposition, and hopefully good weather to get to the ferry in Edmonds before we make our way over to Port Angeles and up to Vancouver Island. So let's go. Kind of a gloomy day. 2.5 hours. Alright, gonna stop for a quick coffee here that I can drink on the ferry. Alright, security coffee and a tiny turkey sub. Let's see if I remember how to do this here. Well, all these cars we get to skip, which is awesome.
Put it on the lower dock.
Lower dock? Oh, there's another motorcycle. There's my buddy. Alright, cool. Yep.
If you want to get it, I can get you on this boat quick. Yeah.
Cool.
All good. Put it on this left side here. There's already some bikes there waiting to go.
Oh, awesome.
We're holding the boat for you.
You're the I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
notice this from us? I have a feeling we'll have to still in the process of moving.
Welcome aboard the Washington State Ferries. The following message is an important safety announcement. For security reasons, we ask that passengers not leave any backpacks in the passenger cabin. Please follow all of
I like that kid getting strapped in. Those are some loud motorcycles, man. That kid on the back is hilarious. I think that's so cool. Kind of young, but he seemed to be pretty psyched about it, so that's cool. I'm not sure if the mic can pick this up, but I'm going to talk and we'll see. I've got the wind muff on it, so we are on the peninsula officially, and man, does it smell good out here. We've got an hour and 17 minutes to Port Angeles, where I'll take the ferry up to Vancouver Island and Victoria. And man, does it smell good! Wow! Oh yeah, that's that summer tree smell. That is good. Gamble for all your weddings and events. A very quaint little town. Thailand State Park. I've never been there. That sounds cool. $5.99 a gallon. It's a good thing that this is only like a 5-gallon tank. It's cold. Alright, made it to Port Angeles, and now I want to see if I can find my way to a cinnamon roll and a cup of coffee. Maybe some French toast, an egg. And I'm really glad that it's starting to, a lot of this fog is starting to burn off. It is very windy though, it's kind of windy and chilly. Oh, there's the sound. Straight of Juan de Fuca. So I think there's the ferry terminal. That's where I got to check in a little while. My ferry leaves at 12:45, and so I need to check in at 11:45. I think this is where Lola's Cafe. Here we go. Nice little spot to have breakfast. Oh, the bike is perfect on days like today. This is like the ideal use case for this motorcycle. All right, we're rolling again. Man, it is amazing how much better everything is when the sun is out. Wow. I just had some French toast. some eggs and bacon. Another cup of coffee. We're rolling, man. Feeling good. And we're in beautiful Port Angeles, Washington. And I am trying to figure out how to get to the ferry terminal. I think it's this way. I think that's it right there. Ferry vehicle, fare lane only. What's up, man?
Do you have a reservation today?
I do.
Right on. If you could park right next to those other bikes there.
Yep.
After you park, just get your ticket inside, and they'll want to see your passport in there too.
Terrific. Thanks. Couple of hogs. All right. Those are BMWs. Those are huge boxer engines. All right. We are in business. Alright, so this ferry is going to take us over the Strait of Juan de Fuca to Victoria from Port Angeles. And I think it'll be a nice long ferry ride. I've never been on this ferry before. But we've got the American flag, we've got the Canadian flag, and we've got a red flag with a black eyeball on it, and I don't know what that one is. Oh, that's the Blackball Ferry line flag, maybe. Huh. Out on the sea, Strait of Juan de Fuca. Let's see if we can get a nice view of Port Angeles on our way out. I hope my motorcycle doesn't tip over. Had me chock the engine and tie off the handlebars in the back. But I have an underslung exhaust, and so chocking the engine just means like slamming wood against my exhaust and hoping we don't hit any big wave. Nice view of the Olympics. Alright, I have a coffee and a donut, and I'm going to go up to the top to eat and observe. Seems like a good spot. Alright, time for a snack. Is that a Canadian Coast Guard escort? Huh. Yep. All right. Quick update. Just made it into Victoria, and man, this is a beautiful day. There's no issue with getting in here. And a very nice lady told me that she took her motorcycle up to Tofino, and the whole way up is twisty roads. So I think we have a lot to look forward to. It's 3 o'clock. I got a full tank of gas. a good attitude. My phone is at 86%. My GoPro is at 87%. We got a fresh memory card. The sun is shining, and I don't know what else to do but ride my motorcycle up through the woods to Tofino. So let's get a move on it. I don't have kilometers, so I have to do the calculation in my head. What is 40 kilometers? It's like cut it in half and then add a little bit, and then you get miles per hour. So let's call it like 27 maybe. Is that right? Oh, that's a nice little market. Canada still goes by red, yellow, green lights, so that's good. That looks like an indigenous language of some kind up in Kingston. There's an old CD. Guy marched across the street with authority. He wasn't going to get hit. Pretty, what's that? This is gonna be me the whole way. What's that? What's that? I don't know anything about Victoria other than it's very pretty and the weather's great. Like that's a terrific castle. Not a lot of castles in North America. I think we should have more. I think we should have more castles. Going left. You know, all the little idiosyncrasies of the Northwest driving culture, where everyone's very passive and slow and lets you in, I can feel it here. I can feel it big. Like that guy could totally just go right now, but he's waiting. He's not sure. And his registration expired in January of 2023. So that's, look at this guy. January 2020, December 2022. This guy's going 3.5 years with expired registration. Huh. It's nice to know that's not an American thing. That's just humans. Honestly, what a lovely town. Another castle. Wow. Victoria, the land of castles. What is that? What is this? Is it a church? Please come into our castle. Christ Church Cathedral. Nice 4th gen. Love to see it. Another castle. You know, I like Victoria, the land of castles. One thing I like about the Versys, and maybe this is just all bikes with 17-inch wheels, but this is my first bike with 17-inch wheels, and the handling is so different than a dirt bike or dual sport handling. It just falls into the corners really nicely. It just wants to turn. And it might just because it's like really top heavy as well, like the center of gravity is really high. But like right here, it falls into the corner. I can already tell it's going to be one of those days where I'm really excited to take my contacts out because I have very dry eyes right now. It's from the wind on the boat and the wind on the motorbike. Alright, I have a feeling it's just going to be a lot more traffic until I get out of the city. Alright, I'm to a highway portion of this. we're gonna hop off the highway here, and we're gonna go see some goats on the roof. Hopefully they're out. Spent a lot of time in the saddle, with the exception of 2 ferries and a little walk around Port Angeles. I have been sitting here since like 9, maybe 8:30. Let's see, let's find the goats on the roof. Aha, it's probably the grassy roof here. Oh, there's a goat. So many motorcycles out today. Oh, this is clearly a well-loved route on bikes. Oh man, my ears were ready to not have plugs in anymore. That's a goat on the roof. So I've been trying to find a good place to eat. The place I was going to eat, that Goat Roof restaurant off the town market or something, they were having a private event, looked like a wedding. And then I accidentally drove past a pizza restaurant, and I thought there would be more places around here, but I think the next closest spot is Port Alberni. Yeah, so I'm going to get out of here, bugs. I'm excited about this part of the ride to Tofino, but those are mountains and that looks cold. So I'm about 2 hours from Tofino, and I don't want to get there too late. So let's get a move on it. Put 11 liters of petrol in. I'm not sure how many gallons that is, but that's 4 bars on the fuel gauge. We're about an hour and 47 minutes away from where I'm staying in Tofino tonight. I got a belly full of tacos. Sunset is at 9 p.m. tonight, so looks like I'll be getting there just after twilight, which will probably mean good sun. But no time to waste. That's right. point this way to Tofino. Pacific Rim Visitor Center. Surf rental. Whoa. Oh, this is that poke bowl, that place they were talking about. Taking a seaplane up here would be so cool. Well, it is 9:10 p.m. and we've arrived at a really cool little spot here. I wonder where the best place to park is. There's your wave. Paddle, 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 paddle. Oh, yeah. This over here is called Cox Bay, and I think it's one of the more popular spots for intermediate surfing. I know there's some resorts and surf schools and campgrounds over there. We got a nice lineup out here today. This is Surf Grove campsites right next to the beach. They have rentals, a little poke restaurant down here. Found a place that'll rent me a surfboard. I'm in a 5'4", brand new, and I'm sweating. It's hot, which is great because it's gonna be very cold in that water. This is a cool campground. I'm gonna have to come back here. You can do a little pre-surf snack. Cool thing about riding a motorcycle to a place where you go surfing is that when you put your wetsuit on, you just have to get naked in the parking lot. I feel good. It's fun to get a new piece of equipment. 5'4" Excel. Then you pull this guy over. So you get the full effect. What's this? With the lady with the rental said not an easy paddle out. We'll see how it goes. Going surfing. Nice. Oh, birds, just listen. One thing that you can never really get from a video on YouTube is the smell. Everything smells so good. It's very fresh and crisp. But there's also like these like hard to put your finger on it smells from all the different plants and the dirt and soil and all the decomposing matter. It just smells real good. You can see just like the mist in the air. The tide is really low right now. And that looks like a starfish. Let's go look. Big boy.